Sometimes it's hard to get around. While some superheroes are gifted with the ability of flight, others sometimes need a hand getting from place to place. And the whole being a superhero or having an alias thing can make it real hard to hail a cab or order an Uber. So today we're taking a look at some of those modes of transportation with our top 10 superhero vehicles. Let's jump right in. And at 10 is the Teen Titans T-Car. Starting off our list is a vehicle that looks a little bit like a PT Cruiser but won't leave you feeling ashamed about yourself. The Teen Titans T-Car, a pair of wheels that Cyborg loves dearly. What's cool about it? Well, it can fly. Its wheels turn into a propulsion system, which is pretty cool considering it does look like this. And it's practical too. Sometimes they won't just use it to get where crimes are, but just to get around. And at 9 is the Static Saucer. Static used to be burdened with using metal objects as his mode of transportation early on in his career, like having to fly around on garbage can lids. I can imagine why that wouldn't help much with your superhero street cred. Eventually he designed a disc called the Static Saucer. There's been two, but the original consisted of 8 interlocking plates that were folded up like a Chinese folding fan when not in use. Pretty practical. And portable. And at 8 is the Punisher's Battle Van. Talk about bringing a machine gun to a knife fight. The Punisher's Battle Van is outfitted with an excessive amount of weaponry that packs way more than just a punch. And it can withstand one too. It's bulletproof and fully loaded, and it's got whatever the Punisher needs to get the job done. From tear gas to grenade launchers, ramming bars, and even a TV camera, just in case I guess. And at 7 is the Hell Cycle. Here we have Ghost Rider's Hog, the Hell Cycle. Created by Mephisto as the steed of his bounty hunter, it's powered by hellfire, and definitely goes beyond the laws of physics. It can drive vertically, sometimes fly, and its wheels are always on fire. And Ghost Rider can summon it at will, which is pretty damn cool. And at 6 is the SUPERMOBILE. Hey, you know what I love? A superhero vehicle originating from the Silver Age. Meet the SMB, aka the SUPERMOBILE. First appearing in March 1978, the cover it appeared on read, "It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a supermobile." Oh joy. So why does Superman need a supermobile? When he's affected by red solar radiation, Supes has to rely on this hot rod of a car, plane, kinda looking like a sub sort of vehicle thing. It's made of supermanium, which is an indestructible substance, and is capable of duplicating all of his powers. And it's a conduit for his powers too, which kinda seems dangerous, but hey, Silver Age. My favorite part about it? There's a face mask inside it that Superman blows into, and his super breath will shoot out of various jets built into the vehicle. Yeah. And at 5 is Moon Knight's Mooncopter. First off, it's called a Mooncopter, props to that. So Mark Spector tends to be a little Bruce Wayne-y with his toys. And similar to how Batman has the need to name everything Bat something, Spector likes to give his gadgets and devices a run with that whole moon motif. He's even got a moon cycle. But the Mooncopter is cooler. It's shaped like a crescent moon, and it's equipped with noise deterrent abilities that can act as camouflage, allowing Moon Knight to be stealthy, making the Mooncopter a silent vehicle. Useful. And at 4 is the SPAZZFRAG 666. Another motorcycle on our list. This one is known as the fastest motorcycle in the DC universe. So of course it's owned by Lobo. Running on unleaded fuel and a 17-liter 3x turbo engine, it's got a shit ton of power, and it can go from 0 to 60 instantaneously, with a top speed of several million kilometers per minute. That's definitely one way to travel around the galaxy. And at 3 is Blackbird. The X-Men's Blackbird was a replacement for their Stratojet. It's got a cloaking device, a pressurized cabin, and Cerebro on board. And because it was initially designed as a spy plane by S.H.I.E.L.D., it has much more surveillance equipment than heavy weaponry. But it's also been outfitted by missiles. Although the members of the X-Men do tend to rely on their own abilities when they're caught in a fight with it. Still, makes for one sweet ride. And it's had many cinematic appearances too.
Please don't do that again.
And at 2 is Wonder Woman's Invisible Jet. This one is pretty iconic, even if at times it does get silly. So Wonder Woman's Invisible Jet was actually crafted by her when she was young. Turns out she was quite the Amazonian mechanic on Paradise Island. And for a while, it existed to help replace the fact that the hero initially couldn't fly. So she'd take the plane, which later became a jet, out on many a mission. It could penetrate rainbow rays and even had a built-in radio. After 1973, when Wonder Woman got her powers back, she was capable of a small amount of flight though. And the jet, after being tinkered with gremlins, got a personality of its own, which kind of made it a buddy of Diana's and would talk to her, and it got along quite well with Steve Trevor. And finally, at number 1 is the Batmobile. I think this is an obvious choice for a number 1 spot. First appearing in Detective Comics number 27 in 1939, Batman made his debut alongside it, and they've been inseparable ever since. It's heavily armored, it's weaponized, and it does some really cool stuff. It can hold prisoners, it has a mobile crime lab, and it can aid in riot control. Plus it's damn fast. And some fans have even gone to lengths to get their own custom-made Batmobiles. But nothing is quite like the original. The Batmobile from the 60s TV series was built out of a handmade custom body, along with a 1956 Oldsmobile Rocket 88 chassis that was powered by an Oldsmobile Rocket 324 cubic inch engine. Damn. Batmobile is also one of the most portrayed superhero vehicles in pop culture. It appears in almost all of the Batman film franchises, pops up in video game adaptations including Batman Arkham Knight, and hell, you can buy multiple toy versions of it if you really wanted to. So there we have it, guys. Did we mention your favorite vehicle? Are there other ones that we should have put on our list? Let us know in those comments below, and make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons on the way out. I've been Kelly Pally for Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.